Spirit plus the map veto process indicates to me that this might end up being the case. I am hopeful that there's some more surprises in the Bad News Eagles side as we get started very early here, and Synopsy is not messing around.
Okay, well that's one way to get it started with the Julies. 3 incredibly quick kills out there on Palace for the dive, and Spirit are left down to the in-game leader of Magix. Likely, I think 2-1 is also likely for Spirit. We're looking at a team that has not dropped many best of 3s since forming the new iteration.
Jeez.
And a very solid side. Yeah, it might not show this on the pistol. I mean, anytime you got a Julies in that kind of range, you know that you can rip through. For B&E, they did put up a very impressive performance against Cloud9, and I'm really hoping that we see a form of that competitiveness, because that is the form and the expectation that we saw of B&E before the player break.
Well, Spirit been forced out of this round within the first few moments of the round. Synopsy ended up with a quadra at the end of it. You can watch it one more time because it was that beautiful, that clean, and that quick. Good night, Spirit. Losing. Started off extremely well here in this early game. Rigon trying not to concede a frag in the first rifle round. Seen by Zontix. Zontix takes the frag.
And Zontix was super consistent in the entirety of the group stage that we saw from him. And getting an opening kill, getting traded right back, but Chopper has been able to walk out A. Connector is completely open, and so is the A side.
That is what you call a gaping hole in the defense. How have you let him get that far? Well-timed, well-positioned, and you can even see GXX is so concerned about any potential further forward face from him. A smoke will come out towards Connector, not jungle, so he'll have mostly his position intact, although he opts to reposition anyway. Credit to Chopper for just generally being the cornerstone of this team, even during their longest stint over in the Tier 2 environment, because back during the pre-pandemic times, and obviously the 2 majors coming out in 2019 and a Star Series, but for the most part, their whole history was in like the ESCA premiers and of that sort of caliber. Come back to that conversation in a second, because Spirit are looking to try and strike out towards this A site very early into round 4. It's a 1-to-1 trade early on as they continue to press, and Artfrost will be able to get Flatro down and out. Magix follows suit on Synopsy, center of the bomb site. He will drop, and it's down at only 2 left, the Bad News Eagles.
Senna does at least get a kill, which drops the bomb out in the open. The concern here is that it's still a man advantage for the T side, and they've got time to work with.
Either way, he's made his way out towards Connector to watch out mid-control just in case. 40 seconds are on the clock.
Yeah, Chopper might have to be here for the late round. I mean, it's all just timing of these repositions. Senna out here towards Dark actually gets involved in a fight towards main.
2v2 now. This round is back on. Zontix continuing to try and find these players. The AWP so focused on Chopper in the backstab, unawares of where he could actually be, but footsteps will be heard, and the AWP is so focused that Chopper goes down to a kill at last for the AWP. And Zontix has got to fall back. Spirit, that was a 4v2 scenario, and they let it go.
GXX was a machine in the first 2 games that they played in the group stage. You look at that performance that he put up against Zero Tenacity, was 24 kills, and then you go up against Cloud9 and he puts up 23 kills. 31 of them in the combined best of 1s were with that AWP. I think without a doubt GXX was the difference maker for them to get the top seed in the group.
Scenario. Zontix will continue to play off of this Palace control that he's got, try and force anyone out of Dark. There's nobody there though, so they'll have that information. As Rigon will wait ahead of the smoke over at Connector. Chopper's going to wipe face onto him just away as he thought he wasn't there, and double up instead for Rigon as a result of that mistake. Magix down, Zontix tagged, dealt with by Flatro in the end, and Artfrost is in a 1-on-3.
I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. B&E are really giving the fight to Spirit. Artfrost out in the open, AWP loses it to GXX.
But for now, they are playing Global Offensive, and they are playing Bad News Eagles. GXX alongside Flatro here in the mid position, getting out of the ladder room. Senna, meanwhile, over at JL, holds his M4 away from a flashbang, a potential one that could come out towards the apartments that sees 2 players. Gets one, not that second. Chopper with a responsive. Magix can also follow it up as well. And Rigon's dealt with by Artfrost. The Spirit are all over the map and all over Bad News Eagles.
Now, Synopsys going to fall as well. GXX is trapped now out from mid. And going to get surrounded by Short, Window, and Con. There should be no way that he stays alive. A Chopper and Donk are close by him. AK up against the AWP, does lose out of the fight, so GXX actually might be able to get away with this one. And I think it just shows there from Senna, he was trying to play anti-flash, trying to tuck himself out towards jail, but the expectation, or the lack of expectation thereof.
Sure that nobody in Connector or Short can land a frag on him. Of course, the mid-smoke, the sniper's nest smoke has already come out. Ooh, GXX. Orp court, Rigon unknown as of yet. Chopper will put a smoke up. Ooh, we heard the footsteps. Munch to engage. Rigon around the corner. He still falls. Chopper. Fantastic mid-hole. Now it's back up all around him, and Synopsy and Flatro might have to consider the retreat here. Flatro's going to stick around and get domed in by Magics instead. Donk follows up, and this is a decimation, a dismantling of the CT side in mid.
Well, from that point onwards, I mean, from B&E's perspective, there's only one player at top mid, and that is going to be the likes of Chopper, so trade him out. Every time there's gone for another peak, whether that be from Con or out towards short, there's more players there. There's more of a regroup out towards top mid. What an excellent round coming through from Chopper, because from Rigon's perspective,
and Magic's in from mid. He's going to hear the footsteps of Senna, call it into his teammate, who will take face and be aware that they've fallen back. Meanwhile, the take is ongoing to the bomb site. Chopper will get that pick. Magic's can strike on GXX, pull his attention towards top mid. Artfrost with a kill. And Flatro can get a returning frag, but it's still a 3 versus 2, making it 1 now. As Flatro will drop and Synopsy's well out of position. The bomb is taking its time to get here. The man's been seen, though, and the Orp can engage without even the requirement for a bomb plant. Spirit have finally claimed the lead.
I feel as if they've got a read on the scenario. Chopper selling some util out there to mid, and it's bringing attention to the two short players forward.
There's GXX opening up the round, finding Donk out the apps. Flatro getting Zontix as well. Senna bursts through, trying to engage one. Chopper's look to his backline. Defensive! What? A flick back onto the man as well. Rigon is forced to trade it, but now he's isolated and alone. Backup's coming in towards the short control, but he still has to focus fire on Magix, who's been tagged up and now finally taken down. Artfrost in a 1-on-3.
A crazy round. B&E for a moment get pulled out there towards mid. Both of the short players leaving that area to look into top mid. Chopper gets 2 nasty kills in from the window itself, but it's Rigon and GXX's defense there on B, and Artfrost being commed.
And Spirit have another bar on the table.
It definitely hasn't felt like either team's won out in the half here at all, not only from the scoreline, but just the way that the rounds are going. Artfrost winning out the opening AWP duel. Aggressive approach on the off angle deep in amps.
Chopper dealt with by Flatro. Magix gets 2 on the trade, though. Back from mid. Advantage has been found and followed up upon by Bad News Eagles.
Needs to try and work an opening out here from top con to deal with the likes of Senna. And it might just be patience that works for him. That's an easy pick. Synopsy, the IGL's just stuck alone today.
They're going to lean into A site, though. Multiple firebox. 2 of them coming in. He's forced to use that smoke. His position's been revealed. And the T's will just converge on him, even Artfrost. Spirit would love to take a pistol win right here, and Zontix is going to be able to get involved with 2 of those frags. Donk would bait out towards that mid position. The 4-on-3 overall. Artfrost, however, gets involved. Chopper also with a pick, and Zontix engaging onto Flatro. Chopper steals it away.
The in-game leader of that team before he went over to Vega and then found himself on Spirit.
Well, Ustello was not a lobster on that day.
He was not.
Rigon fallen first and foremost for Bad News Eagles as Donk opens things up. Artfrost is traded back by Senna, though, and that opens up the B site pretty easily. In fact, Donk has seen them going out towards the mid position. The 4-on-3 taps on Synopsy, not quite landing. Senna finds his headshot angle. Donk trying to adjust towards the man, almost gets the kill, but his teammates are falling on the counter rotation, so the chances for Spirit are starting to slip out of this round.
Yeah, there's some very good picks out towards this B side. Just when Rigon fell so early on, I mean, Donk is consistently fighting out here from short, but such low HP.
I think Senna will just about escape the bomb blast. Yeah, all the way back in spawn, he'll be fine. GXX will ensure there's no cheeky-weeky plays. Pivotal factor, them gaining some sort of control back. It's a flash out of the ramp control for now for the T's. They're going to make their way into the A play. The AWP and the AK combination here towards Connect the Jungle. It'll be good for the first kill onto Senna. Player at CT has been struck upon, though. GXX and Rigon with a couple of kills. Donk with a second one of his own. 3 versus 3. GXX in the open, dropping the bomb. That's a third, not quite the quadra. But Donk has set up Magix and Artfrost for the 2 versus 2. The jump face has seen them both. The nade should get sent to the back and dish out damage onto both as Artfrost lands on Synopsy. And Flatro has it all.
It seemed like B&E were trying to retreat there, get back towards A main with the bomb. Doesn't know about the reposition from Magix.
Plant secured. Ooh, the shot ringing out. The burst of Magix is SMG. Be nice if we can get back on the rifle and take the long-range fights. The AWP is seen. The The last T-side player is holding from the isolates Magics, isolates Artfrost. Dishes out damage to the second man. The AWP needs it to pick desperately so, but a spray is better at this kind of range.
Gets himself out towards Tetris, and as soon as that MP9 fires too early, he just knows, I need to capitalize on this frag. I need to be able to win out against the MP9.
Part of a buy-up for Spirit, still looking at some limitations on Chopper especially. And the backside defender over at the CT spawn over on the A side. It's a walkout again from Bad News Eagles. The flash peek, Donk with the kill over towards the stairs. They know his position. He's back up, trying to make their way in. Rigon with a forward face. Dong engages one player towards the mid control. Blind tags onto Rigon as well. Oh my god, he's got himself 3 on 13 HP and all.
He's escaped the AWP. JXX was waiting for the jiggle to come out towards TopCon. And now with one of Magic's deep on B and a rotation that can come through from Market, unless JXX gets this kill into Magic straight away, this round's pretty much over.
Orbs checking the back sight, sees him. Magic's just looking for information. Aware of his angle, Zontix comes in from short to support, and Synopsy, a setter of a frag onto the likes of Donk first and foremost, but everyone else is going to be a much more difficult affair. He will sneak in the bomb plant, so there's cash available for Bad News Eagles. What more can he get done?
And B&E have been extremely strong in these 1vx's in the past, but this is a tough one. Off angle being held.
Chopper taking taps, footsteps being heard, all 3 coming in from connector control. Chopper seen Synopsy, there's the kill. Second player wrapped the corner, surely not, man! Magix just saves the round there for Spirit. And Synopsy himself almost found a great individual moment, but it was not enough to win the round there for Bad News Eagles. Shut down by the AWP at the last hurdle. A very damaging round for Spirit though, so now it's Chopper on an SMG rather than the FAMAS. Donk aggressive, and this time Senna can punish it.
And not with a teammate and no nades. Spirit lose the opening man advantage. Zontix being flashed for a moment and just gone. What a response here from B&E, and this could very much harshly reset the CT line. This could force B&E into the lead.
Especially with Chopper now falling up. Frost, AWP shot missing. All sorts of mistakes being made. And even Synopsy gets the knife on the man. From glory to disaster in the space of a single round. And you're right about the economy of Spirit. Down at $1,900 a loss. Nothing in savings. This will be no buy for the next round. And even Magic doesn't stay alive. It's a harsh eco basis.
From that point onwards, they win their first round that is a 3v1 up against the likes of Synopsy, and they lose a lot of players. They end up going down to just the AWP of Artfrost to get that final kill. They go into the next round.
Man advantage for B&E, and they've even detected the likes of Donk. His AK so vital to this round. Perhaps he's caught GXX. The nade could have been sent back towards bottom con, but no. Zontix forced to trade on Donk's casualty, and now Chopper may be up to task. They're leaning their way into the A site, and he's the only defender here. Nade damage minimal on Chopper. Take position, dive down. Synopsy's dealt with. Chopper needs to stall for time, but is forced to make a wider fight on Rigon, who wins it. Zontix up against Senna. Next sees him, but doesn't connect the right angle. Was wary to grab the bomb planter, and instead it's Magix alone in the 1-on-2 clutch. No kits for him. Senna caught facing wide, took a tag. Rigon, is he known? He is now, and Magix will win that fight and keep Spirit alive.
Both teams are hitting some ridiculous shots right now, and the individual sharpness is at an all-time high. Donk has already given away the info. The reposition from Chopper out to window is all just on a timing.
There's another kill now, 5-on-3. Donk surrounded by the T side. There's never a time for a big moment. It's here and now. Flat throw though, catches him in transition, trying to look around that corner. Reacted far too slowly. Magix bursting through to the SMG at long range, can only tickle the T side line. Down to 9 HP on the contrary, and now dead to the hands of Rigon. Artfrost doesn't even stand a chance. All 5 alive for Bad News Eagles.
Over-rotate the guys, get connector control. There's a lot that could be fakey about this round.
Latro spotted and sprayed up to damage, but Donk is taken down. Artfrost can respond, an all-important double. Magix backed up at jail, the only player on the B defense. The AWP has seen him, he can connect him. The rifle's going to be bigger concerns though, Synopsy especially bursting through. The bomb should be seen, the rotations will be cool, but Magix has gone down. It's a 2v2 retake.
Now, Senna's done a great job of selling that A-fake. Those CTs on rotate are going to take ages to get into market, and it gives them freedom in the post plant to reposition.
AK of Synopsy Finds the spray, finds the fight, the Orb of Art Frost. Gotta go massive, that's a flick. But no time, and he knows it. Backed up out of market. Looking to find the escape as soon as Senna is seen himself. Might go up with the bomb, in fact. Both players will escape with their lives. It's map point for Bad News Eagles.
You've got Dryad Flatroo working out from Palace now. That would have been heard from Magic's. Art Frost here in the apartments. If he gets one kill, he could get traded straight away, and he finds nothing, which means that it's all open B sides.
I think he got caught on the ceiling there with that jump face, leaving him out in the open, stranded, and all of his teammates dying all the same. 1 on 5 for Zontic, so for Mars to handle the clutch. And you're right, Dwayne. Bad News Eagles deserve this map. And that's exactly what they're going to get. 16-12 on Mirage. They take map 1 in the semi-finals. The Synopsys Julie sequence will not be replicated by the Spirit side today.
Oh, missed short smoke.
Pistol. Oh, yeah, you're right about that. That is out in the open, and Flatro's going to call it. It's like, guys, that is a massive blunder that might cost me. Covering 5 from his teammate, trying to engage against Zontix in the back, and actually still wins that fight anyway. So down to 3 players here on the Spirit squad, but only for a moment. Synopsys got to strike out from mid, and buy rotation room and time for Bad News Eagles. Those nades sent well, should do some damage. Not quite the kills, though. 2v2 retake.
It's info on where both of those CTs are. GXX can play the late round. Cut the rotate from red to anyone going towards Donut, or come in from CT late.
Holds the defensive line. The Glock slowly but surely closing in the pincers on the CT basis, and the P250 firing away from the front defensive. Seeing Magic, C goes down. Seeing where Chopper is as well. Low HP GXX will close out his double and bring home the pistol for Bad News Eagles. Quick play in from Flatcher. I thought he was going to go through that smoke straight into Cheater. It looked like it for a moment. Zontic's caught out in the mid-control. Don goes down to center as the first opening frag. Straight headshot, and again Spirit are just overwhelmed by Bad News Eagles' initial forward face, as they also face into the A site and just decimate Art Frost. 4 on 2. This has got to be a save for the last 2 players that remain.
It reminds me of the game that they had against FaZe, right? At IM of the Rio Major, where it's just all out, just a brute game, just an opportunity in which they ended up upsetting and eliminating FaZe out of the event 0-3. You just know that when they're on their game, they're incredibly scary, and that they are one of the teams that can upset a lot of Tier 1 competition. And a very quick play out towards A main with a CT smoke straight away.
Wasting very little time. Art Frost doesn't time it well. Look at Flatro straight into Donut, and Donker's seen him. One head peeking out of the smoke. That's good enough for the kill. Chopper has been turned on by Synopsy elsewhere towards Ramp. It's giving the CTs second-guessing positions. Blind sprays. They catch off a tag on GXX, but they don't get the kill. They're unawares of Wigons and forward face the same. The Zontix will go down. Donker's got no support around him. He's got to back off because Synopsy's also setting up the backstab.
Donker's got another kill. Rigon and Senna just need to stay alive on the bomb site. As they do that, this round's finished.
Magic's and Art Frost setting themselves up. Donk's finally been closed out upon, and now it will be finished. The rotation's away for the save. Synopsy's going to go hunting and all to almost take that AWP out of the fold. And it's a ding down, eventually getting that kill. Art Frost to fall. Bad News Eagles looking unbelievably confident in this opening setup of the matchup, like they were as well from the pistol basis on Mirage in the first half. Bad News Eagles. Back forward face, they'll get in the Spirit squad. The M4 already taken down on Zontix part. The AWP doesn't know where to look, and he is only good for the one frag. Rigon immediately there with the trade. The rush tactics are so damn solid for Bad News Eagles. At least Don can get a return. Flatro's ready for the erection of Chopper. The UMP cut down by another AK. Bomb plot will be secured. Magix does get one back at the site alongside Senator Full. They might stick the defuse here. Flatro is known towards the mid face. They're expecting him to come from Donut though.
This is workable. They get Util out into the bomb directly. Flash around the corner. Get a kill with the HG. Now just play time.
Molly the bomb. Very nicely done. Magix hasn't got a kit, so he's got to find this fight so quickly, and the smoke's going to continue to suppress contact. Now onto the 10-second defuse. He's got smoke in the way of it, and dead to the right on Flatro. A quadra for him, and a 6.
It's just so fast. So quick on this T side. Spam out from mid, connects a lot of damage onto Donk. He tries to get on the other side of it, and he actually does get that frag onto Synopsy.
Bright spot amongst the Spirit squad. All-important pick. Choppers, CZ can also swing on Flatro and get a decent trade to follow up. A double up as well as Senna gets involved in the trades back at the T sideline. GXX now suddenly the last man standing as the backline CT defensive is able to get involved. And finally, Spirit can steal one away. Bad news, Eagles again aggressive in against Donk's initial contact. Outside of Donut, he will get forced back into it. Meanwhile, there's bullets flying. Magics will be able to finally open things up. Center, first man down.
And that's got to be the way to counteract against full-out aggression, is make info plays. Magic's on the off angle out there to the short. Allows himself a multi. Chopper, if he goes too wide on the jiggle, he'll get seen.
Oh, perfect timing on Rig on GXX is there for the trade. There's nothing to lock out the gap except for that flashbang. In fact, two of them coming in from GXX. Synopsy will cross and should secure the bomb plant at least.
Yeah, GXX might have to take a fight straight away. And smoked off out from Cave. He needs to reposition or get in front of that smoke.
The backstab closing in as well eventually for Donk as Artfrost lands on Synopsy, and GXX has everything to do here. Shots coming straight for the smoke. Knife pulled out as he tried to run to save his life. Ultimately, nades again to start things off onto the damage of Flatro, giving Donk a perfect kill. GXX actually team flashed him. So not all that great in terms of coordination there for the T side. Look at Chopper 2 to line up, and oh, only one to take down actually. It's on top of Magic that gets the final tick onto center. And this is a far better showing from Spirit in these last 3 rounds.
Synopsy and GXX are desperate for picks.
Synopsy will get one of them, but very quickly Magix and Donk are there to counteract. And
they're walking A.
They are. Artfrost was holding there to try and hold on to some Donut support, but re-peeks back into the site to catch Synopsy. Has also seen the bomb carrier. Third man on his way in. Senna going to make some noise. Chopper going to try catch him. Meanwhile, GXX presses on. There will be that lurk kill. GXX does find Zontix at the back of Temple. Flatro might call in a backstab. His teammates still need to get the bomb down. They could actually converge back in towards the B play. As Chopper falls, Magix, he knows that they're pressed on. So long as he gets these 2 kills, as long as he doesn't blink at the wrong moment, we are still going to see this round go the way of Spirit. As Rigon now is the last of 2 players engaging Donk now. Nades back. 2 versus 2 situation. That bomb's got to cross relatively soon here, or can it go back into the A play?
Yeah, it's just trapped. It's just surrounded. And Flatro is actually going to beat the rotation here from Donk. If Donk tries to extend out towards CT, he's a goner. He's on low HP.
Slowly but surely, the backstab will close in its pincers. Donk will check it, but not check it all the way. Artfrost trying to get the trade, desperate to find this man at Donut first and foremost. Rigon will not adjust towards him until he takes his teammate down and play for the trade game. But Artfrost grabbing that AWP.
What? I can't believe that. Wow. All right. Save the NWP.
I'm in complete agreement with you. At the same time, though, that time was so far ticked. Artfrost sees them coming out. I think the jump face might have caught the information there. The nades are sent as Magix is the man to strike out towards ramp of the aggression. It's Bioneer all pulling a fake out towards the A site, and it's still falling apart anyway.
Boosted up there towards Tree, and you'd think that he would wait and have a little bit of patience, but instead he just tries to drop down and fight out straight away. Senna gets a good pick to open up the B site. AWP's been seen on rotate.
The bomb down here. Mid-walk from Synopsy, 2 low HP. There anything about it? Artfrost will land Senna. Flatro now in a 1-on-4. He's caught that AWP. The main rotators are still on their way in, and we hear footsteps out towards Cave. 2 players in over at the spawn. Flash sent, turned away from Chopper, not going to swing for it just yet. The shoulder bait trying to force him out at close range. He gets that kill. Zontix is also similarly low. The other player can make his way up to the bomb site, and Flatro turns away at the wrong moment. On the CT side, though, might throw some longer-term problems into the mix. For now, they're just focusing on getting their 7th, and Donk will start things off great.
Yeah, he's been on it when it comes to impact from Donut. A few rounds he's been pressured. Other rounds he's won out some fights. Artfrost, Chopper again. I mean, this round's just not even competitive at all. All the fights being won from Spirit.
All right, Synopsy. 2 decent kills. No way he wins this clutch, though. Surely not. Okay, hang on. Artfrost has fallen just beyond that smoke. Synopsy's not taking a lick of damage either. What are the chances?
That's workable. I mean, Magic 60 point of health on the side directly. Zontix rotating in from Sport. This is going to be another fight.
Oh, he's got the headshot as well. Synopsy. Patience has paid off, and now his skills may do the same.
Spawn looking out there towards Temple in case the fight comes, but it's actually going to be from Donut.
Unawares, his back will be turned. All the way back at Big Box as well. Forward. Oh, his back's turned! What a round, Synopsy! 1 on 5, and you can't get better than that.
You don't see them every day. My goodness, what an extra round that has turned out to be for B&E to close down the half. And you've got to imagine the lads are ecstatic about that one. 1v5, immediate headshots, immediate kills. Magic's with his back turned.
Blocks taking fire, fights, GXX spotted, Flatro gets onto Zontix's headshot, nice and effective from the CT side. A double up found by Rigon next, the Magics can only get trades. Chopper is not even in position to do anything from here, out towards Red, working some sort of pathway through the bombs in CT control, and this round looks to go the way of B&E again.
Chopper caught out to CT, engaged into a fight from CT. Doesn't know that there's 2 CTs working in from Red itself. 10-6 up, a pistol round victory, 1 kill, no bomb plant, the perfect pistol for B&E.
Also the buy around the save weapons. Nade damage done already. Incendio is against Flatro, contact against Zontix, and Chopper will take down his backup. Instant 5v3.
Dealing with pace. The Spirit, they were up against that when they were in the first half. Very quick up there towards lane, very quick challenge towards the cheater position, and very successful with a couple of opening picks. The round becomes something, but unless a kill is being presented, there's just nothing that's going to happen in this retake.
Massive condemnation to Spirit's situation.
You can see they're not keen, because nothing has been presented. They're extremely defensive looking for exits.
They're going to get them, to their credit. Rigon, oh, he's going in for a whole lot more. He could get this kit off the fact. Oh my god. I thought for a second it was on, but no kit's in play.
I just said it wasn't on. There's no kit, there's no time. Look, it's very expensive. And I think from B&E's point of view,
and those weapons saved gives B&E a pretty decent chance to do some very good work right here in the mid control with Zontix and Donk are going to shut down. Synopsy gets 2 back on the trades, and the M4 of GXX is going to find something out towards this B-site boost. Did spot them, didn't take them.
They've been very unsuccessful with that boost. In a round like this, you really need that pick. Chopper overextending the line out here towards Temple. This is all about patience.
Send her down. GXX next to face goes falling. Synopsy, a 3K so far, known to the T side, and they'll make those rotations happen very quickly. Once again, Spirit not being allowed too much. And again, there wasn't even any investment. It was all down to those rifles that were saved from the previous rounds. And Synopsy having the idea that B&E are going to get a buy in the next is still going to lean in and try and look for something on the bomb site. Oh, he's got the AWP. Surely not. Not against Synopsy. This would be 2 rounds of this matchup. He would have gotten the ace. The nade sent towards Magix. Tags in, headshot aplenty, but it's a little bit too much. And Spirit have 9. Alongside GXX in mid.
Wanted to regroup to an A split.
Rigon's waiting, or just tucked away against the headshot angles. Flatro can come in with support as he knows that they're distracted and turned away from ramp. GXX lands on Donk, and Art Frost is alone in the 1 on 5. And again, it only takes moments for these rounds to tip one way or the other.
Both of those lane players are just looking in from shelf. They're looking down from mid. It's an easy pick to come through for the M4A4, and for B&E, that's got to be one of the best rounds that we've seen from them in this second half so far. Smoke Donut, Smoke CT, Rigon's going to rotate out from spawn. There's a backstab presenting aggressively from mid into A main now.
Synopsy is the forward player. Bomb plant should be secured. The MAC-10 spotted in the back. Zontix has been found by Rigon. Magix with a trade. Needs a double up. That's what he gets. 1 point of health, though. What more can he do? Chopper and co get involved. Donk down to 15. The 1 versus 1 against Senna. And he knows exactly where he is. Has the info called out by his teammates. Or does he? The adjustment's there anyway. It does not matter. And Bad News Eagles will reclaim the lead again.
That was a hero-like moment, but couldn't deny the bomb, couldn't find impact.
Zontic, look how quickly he can make his way up here. Synopsy, aggressive alongside Rigon, and they just shut down Zontix and Donk. BNE, still on the precipice of the swing back to their favor, still one away from map and match point. Flatro's been spotted past that smoke, and Magics can return the favor.
And now they're sending more rotations out here towards B. The second player can come over. Even GX can start moving from red once there's contact on B.
Two men start walking up from the cave control, the CT side, as the walkout from Spirit comes in towards the bomb site. The flashes turned away from a second one from GXX is ready. Rigon starts moving forward. Chopper could get caught. He's tagged up, but not dead. Adjustments there through the wallbang. Center credited. Rigon traded. 3-on-2 still for Bad News Eagles. GXX has no idea how close Magix is, and he'll get it back to evens. The AWP is still wary of Center's position. He barely sees him. Oh no! Art Frost! An all-important miss on a sitter of a frag. And now Magix. Here's the sprays. Molly back towards ramp just in case. Damaged up on that tag. A re-smoke comes back down so we can plant a little bit off default position, though the wallbangs will not connect towards him. Still takes some tag damage though. Synopsy low, he's been spotted. Magix needs the one burst, but he doesn't get it. Synopsy. Spirit. Two players set against him here in Cheetah. Flatro, especially the 5-7 swings. Donk has been tagged. It's not a good start for their top man. Senna can capitalize with the pick. Flatro follows up. Zontix in with a responsive. Flatro forced to reload. Needs to win that fight, but Zontix takes two back from bottom of the board. Now making up his stats. It's a 3-on-3.
Oh, GXX with the dome in there towards Cheetah, and they saw the lurk outside towards A. They've got to think about a regroup somewhere.
To rejoin the A defensive. Rigon on the bomb site, sees the AWPer, will call in for backup. Might get Molly forward though, sprayed up by the AK of Chopper. Tapped once, flash forward, trying to deny the bomb plant. Here he gets involved, but Chopper puts him down. 2-on-2, AWP. Slight gap in the smoke to play with. It's also going to start to clear, but the AK of GXX comes up. Is he going to be the hero? He might have to be now. Low HP for Chopper, but just as low, if not lower, for GXX. 1-on-1. They're aware of each other. GXX can reposition. Chopper can't. He takes the directive fight and wins the 3K to take us to overtime.
So much in that round. So much to think about. Rigon.
Rigon. Gonna be the contact player. Magix is caught. Bomb's been dropped. Zontix gets the trade. Refrag back to the 4-on-4. Synopsy is holding. He still sees that bomb though, so he'll call in for backup, surely. Might find a long-range engagement. No, caught switching to util at the worst possible moment. The AWP's still in for GXX. Synopsy and Zontix go back and forth again.
He's got no util. Can't smoke off ramp, can't smoke off cave, so has to play defensively and have his weapon drawn.
Also the only player alive with a kit here. Flashes coming in as Senna will get forced back. Molly bounces off the wall. One burst in the middle of the air, so they're not even denied the long control. It gives Flatcher a chance to kill off Chopper, which he takes. Artfrost takes Senna right back.
Now, Artfrost staying alive out towards cave while Zontic starts to reposition, expecting a backstab in from ramp.
Onto the bomb they tap. AWP, heard of the scope. Zontix gets his kill in over towards ramp. The AWP of GXX lands the first fight. Will he try and look for the second? He'll tap that bomb. AWP up close. GXX holding it. He's got the kit back. The shot misses from Artfrost. And underneath the noses of Spirit, they lose back to evens again.
He just knows that in that 1v1, Artfrost has still got the AWP. He hasn't transitioned over to a rifle.
Pressing on. Aggressive angles. And they're going to aggress for a move, which catches Zontix with his back turn. Couldn't have timed that any better. Senna does not get a second, though. Rigon does. Magic's down. 3-on-2 now for Bad News Eagles. Rigon playing around the central totem. Does get Donk. Artfrost. One pick found to the center of the bomb site. Second player known towards short. Third man on the backstab. Synopsy making some noise, taking his sprays, and eventually secures the half advantage for Bad News Eagles. Continue to hold their line. Zontix especially caught off by Chopper instead. Is Senna not even getting a chance to aggress? It's a 5-on-3.
Now, Artfrost is holding down the donut control. This is going to have to be one hell of a shot from Rigon. mollied out towards the backside, so he'll get forced out in the open, but that's one kill, and that's the only thing that looks to get granted until they start cracking open the A side, cutting the rotate from Shelf as well. This is a 2v2, this is very winnable.
Oh my word, bad news, Eagles. This would be a stellar round from these two. Synopsy covering CT, both players backed up in a donut. Oh, and the M4 of Chopper struggles to get the kill on the AK. The AWP is focused fire on him, and he nails it! A triple for GXX in the mid control. And on the defuse, they'll go. They've got to get a pick. Magix has got it. Magix has got it! You can get all the kills you want. You can look as fantastic with the weapons as you can. But the bottom line is the round, and the bomb was defused by Spirit. It's 17-all. AWPs fire away against the flashes. It's Chopper that gets GXX first and foremost. A headshot with a swing out from Sheeta. Flatro hasn't seen him yet, but he's aware of his presence. One single headshot's required from Chopper, and that's exactly what he gains.
That's a crazy round from Chopper, because he's on such low HP. Flatro knows that it's an easy pick. He knows it's an easy trade. The bomb carrying forward out towards main directly. The reposition from Artfrost out here from CT is going to get flashed.
Rigon down at Artfrost. Two left standing in that extension. They've still got Donut to contend with here. Plant will be secured. Flashes are sent over. Zontix trying to peek in as Senna watches for Donk to make his move. Still playing anti-flash. Zontix will end up dropping. 4 players remain alive, and Artfrost and Magix will be there to close it. 18 apiece. BNE, considering the red face, he's just going to put the utility ahead of the smokes and will fall back. Flatro continues the press as the CTs are unawares of the mid-walk coming in from BNE. Artfrost might start to read it, but he hasn't read Flatro. Look at this position. This is so powerful. GXX has also caught the opening frag.
This is a round-winning play. Yes, Zontix gets one kill out there towards Donut. The bomb gets dropped in red. It looked like this would have been enough, but Chopper gets so much impact out there to red. So many players fall, and now Flatro is the last one left. 1v3, no way! With that kind of play, with that sort of opening.
Screw your round-winning plays, Dweg. This is one of...
They're going to try and work their way in from Cave. Chopper tries to get on the other side of that smoke. Rigon on the first contact needs that entry. Chopper fires away and gets a 1-for-1 trade.
Senna finally picked back to a trade, a 4-on-4. BNE lose the bomb though. Frost count off by Senna, but Magix is back in from long. The T's have the site, but the advantage stays with Team Spirit. The plant will be secured here. Flatro. Flash turned away from. Actually, one does come through out towards that long position. He gets his kill. Needs Mangajes next. GXX back in with a 1 versus 1, and he's not aware of the AUG. Sweet as a mango. It's 21 for Spirit as they find themselves on map points. Rigon hoping they walk right past him. Will they be wary of this position? The AWP scope is heard. Chopper checks him, but Rigon wins the fight. Artfrost smoke close towards position, but lands that no scope by swinging on the corner to a 3-on-3.
Now GXX is waiting out for the reposition towards Shelf. Easy pick there onto Artfrost. Drop that bomb. Keep it with the man advantage. 45 seconds left on the clock. Zontix might have to try and be a bit of a playmaker.
He's got the bomb on his back. Holds his position. Senna also out towards bomb control. Engagement found on Zontix as part to burst through the M4, losing its engagement. Spirits are about to pull this one out of the hat. The 4 in a row for the second overtime. Bad news, Eagles. Just when they found an opportunity right there, it all rests on GXX.
Zontix just is not moving. Staying out here, finally swinging out the open when GXX isn't scoped. Trying to get that flash up, has to try and win a fight instantly.
Doesn't know where he's repositioned to. Magno Jez also involved, and he looks to engage. The AK wins it, and at long last, we see the end of this map up, but not the end of the series. Spirit take us to a third and final map. Opsy Currently the highest fragger in this whole series. And he's going to extend that number to indeed hit his 60 marker against Zontix, but Magics and Artfrost get the trades against him and his teammates. Synopsy desperate to get some decent damage back, but is now left in a 1-on-4 for the full-blown ace clutch. Chopper and Artfrost both been seen, and now back up in the back lines of the site itself. He's going to need some serious lineups and taps for days. They're all going to be accurate, and none of them are. Magics to close out with a...
Let's go out on Vertigo and let's give the fight back to B&E, because I think that's something that Spirit have struggled to achieve over the course of this entire best of 3.
Magix is once again open things up. Rigon down, double up on Synopsy, the same. The pistols forced into this B site take is actually going to come up good in terms of opening the site itself. They've got to grab that bomb and get it down to the bomb site itself, however. M4's passed off as well towards Flatro, seeing what he can do with 100 HP and the bomb part.
The center with the Tech-9's got no HP, and now even the M4 is able to isolate one pick and make it a couple. Over to the Tech-9 is 9 points of health up against 100. The reposition of Artfrost out towards Default's going to drop a massive clutch once again, but this time it's bad news Eagles. A double eco status from Spirit just when Magic's made so much happen with the opening exchange out there with the MP9. Low HP.
The Eagle fighting back for Donk, but Senna is able to deal with him. Chopper and Zontix still have their backlines held, and Artfrost is going to fall to the backlines of the site itself. Chopper will get that one pick back on Rigon, but that's as far as it will go for the Pistols. Magics in a 1-on-3. It was not enough to hold on to the round itself, and that's the most important thing in these circumstances. Great adjustment onto Flatro. But again, it's only so much in the grand scale. Not much damage returned to the T side overall, though. 75 on GXX is still pretty alright. AWP's been baited for Artfrost, so Flatro has that info. Zontix holds the line on the outside over at Side Alley. Chopper trades back with his casualty straight through the smoke and all. Plant can be secured. It's actually only a 2-man advantage. One player is disconnected there on the Spirit side, but it does reduce the advantage that Spirit have. Still up by 2 individuals. The AWP of GXX lands on Chopper. Wallbang headshot on the defuse goes Donk, and Senna's been miscommunicated as to where that bomb's gone down towards. Artfrost will win the AWP battle. Flash in at the ready. Zontix flash around the corner. Engagement sprayed through against Flatro. Synopsy with the pick.
And while they can't take the mini-ramp position, they have been able to fight that opening exchange out from Ali, and it's going to force a slight over-rotation. And Donk's going to maintain mid and B by himself. Everybody else is up here towards A, and no one's actually looking towards Gap. It looked like Chopper could have got more there. At least the NWP denies the bomb.
Take some damage to the wall bangs. Rigon going to go back for it. The flashbang turned away from it. AWP v AWP battle around this corner could well be the case. Incendiary smart call to make as he sees that bomb. Knows that it can't be picked up. Rigon's going to get forced away with low HP. 45 seconds as Donk actually finds him.
The boost play, AWP extends the line. Synopsy could just catch him on a jiggle. Oh, I'm just seeing him bait out the AWP.
A hitbox being thrown off by the throw animation. The spray back from Synopsy doing a ton of damage to Donk and Artfrost. Burns to the Molotov with Flatro lines up 2. Can't get the triple, but he set up Synopsy wonderfully for his own 2K, and Magic says no.
I don't often see that one being thrown for the front side of the crane.
Well placed against Flatro, though. Not allow the opportunity. Artfrost. Incendiary out to Ali as the smoke's coming in from the T side, so well timed but counteracted by another smoke of BNE. Donk's caught center as GXX can engage him back out over the alley control, I think is where that came in from. 4 versus 3, BNE still at the favor. Chopper's trying to make a play, but he just can't see the T-side forces. Magic's backstab instead comes up good. GXX is down, and we're even for the retake until Chopper runs out of ammo.
Yeah, up high and out in the open. It's an off angle that Chopper's not expecting. Magix has already given the info up that he's out here towards ramp. It doesn't feel like this is very likely to be successful.
If we keep these guns in for the next bad news, the Eagles will not be able to equalize yet. They'll be close to it. Burst through, spray on Rigon, only good for the damage against the man, not quite the full-blown kill. The flashbang also sent over to protect that B-bomb site. It's Chopper that finds Synopsy, kicking things off on the right foot here for the CT forces. Magix is waiting for an extension out towards CT spawn, or from the SCAF, which is where Flatro is ready to receive, but he goes down in the 5 versus 3.
At the slight height advantage on the scaffolding to the right-hand side. Rigon trying to fade the smoke. Zontic's up close with a couple of kills. And the bomb to get dropped as well. What a round from Spirit. That's got to feel like the best one yet. They pick up 4 AKs. We had that one round where Juan Flatrow got, what, the 1v3 or that clutch of the Tech Knight out on B. Other than that, we haven't seen mid or B ends. It's been pretty much just ramp every round.
And it's good to see that those players are stepping up to fill the gap that Donkey's unable to account for here. Zontic with another multi-frag. 2 down, 1 trade is there for it, and Spirit play exactly like they did in the previous round. Just back off into defensive positions. Senna might try and make a play out here towards that B site with the man advantage once again tipping against BNE, but it's now into Donk to take him back. And Artfrost to follow up in the ramp hold. GXX in a 1-on-4, and he's well known to the CT side.
It feels like BNE are running out of steam right here in map 3. AWP probably already seen GXX 8-4.
Incendiaries are posted out to the alley position over on that A site take. Flatrow trying to see if he can find a pick out over towards the aggressive B stairs lean. He's hoping the CTs are aggressive there. Instead, it's Chopper that starts things off on Rigon again. First frag of the round. Follow up there from Donk. Fires back on Flatrow. And BNE might finally give the Star a little bit of a moment in the spotlight for Spirit. Playing off the back of harder cover. Flashes are being sent in by Senna. And Donk is backed up out at quad. Magix is blinded by those flashes. So BNE doing decent enough work with that. Senna can get the kill on top. But Magix is so fast to respond. Chopper lesser so. Magix is caught to 7 HP. They try and force his position out here. 2v3 once again.
And they're all going to be coming through from CT or Guardian.
Rush player forward. Magix with the flash support. Smoke down from Context can come through. It's a dry face and a missed shot from GXX. He overcooks the flick. Senna now needs his 1 versus 3 and ace in this round if he succeeds it. First kill found. Second tap burst, but not enough against Artfrost, who has the kit picked up, and the round 1 for Spirit. It's 10-5 at the turn of the half. It's a complete contrast to the confidence that he has right now. Top of the board for his team. Might not have the AWP in his hand for this pistol, but that might not matter. Spirit ahead by 5 can work into this ramp default with an opening pick effective against Rigon. Flash is decent for the CT forces, but GXX is only good for the second kill after a very long and arduous battle. They are tagged up heavy on the T side though. Artfrost trying to make a play. He's on 25. Chopper is on 9. Now it's Chopper all alone. And BNE will secure an all-important pistol.
Oh, that's a lovely bait setup. So you have, for BNE, they're going to be desperate for an opening stance, and I think that's why we've seen them so aggressive out here to try and defend against ramp, but the counter flashes, I mean, the T's have just gotten up so quickly.
Donk, Synopsy, Rigon gets involved with the M4, Chopper back to a 3-on-3. Flatrow caught reloading, Artfrost gets him, Synopsy is quick on the turn though. Chopper on 6 points of health, Magix has to make the plays here with the M4. Chopper's on rotate, he's made some noise. I think the center is understanding of the fact. Magix, this fight is everything to the T side, he loses it.
Now it does mean the trade will be easy. 6 points of health up against 1, but it's who gets involved in the fight first.
There's the kill. Plant tapped. He needs to go for the plant itself. He's got no time. It's given Senna all the breathing room. Look for the engagement. Oh, Chopper's done it again. Another clutch at low HP.
Plant, I am going to die instantly. So play the time, slow it down, and right at the last second, that's when you peak and you catch Senna out in the open.
You'll hear them though. Plenty of footsteps down there at ramp. Even a 4th individual. GXX reads the man over at Sandbags to all the footsteps being made. The jumps missed out there. So there's a kill on Zontix. 25 seconds for Spirit to make the move in without him. Donk with a double. Get wrecked, boys. Synopsy back in with 1. Artfrost with another. The bomb's in the open. Donk's going for it. Synopsy waiting back behind the smoke. The plant will be secured as he tries to fade through the smoke. Donk's like, no. Another headshot for him. Flatrow, a 1-on-3 situation. Needs to act quick, he knows it. T-side players are hearing him make the run out as well in the open. There's the face from Donk. There's the quadra for Donk.
Might have to use the flash to try and help his teammate out, but what he doesn't realize is that there's a mid-walk and Rigon's lost the fight in elevators.
Only 4 frags for him in this matchup. 5-7 of Senna needs the support of the SMG, which is exactly what he gets. Flatrow, all-important double. As Artfrost is forced to vacate, grab that bomb, regroup with his teammates, one of which has walked out. Knives are pulled out for Synopsy, and we're back to a 3-on-3 with a plant that should be secured. Chopper's going in for more. He's so aggressive back here at Sniper's Nest, and GXX can punish him.
Yeah, Artfrost is still alive.
No util to provide a bit of extra cover. Plant tapped. He's going to try force to make it expensive. He's not able to do so. Down to the hands of GXX, and BNE can take 10.
Out here towards quad. Now there is mollies. It depends on do the mollies go to quad.
Setting up nades to that back position. Doesn't really do much to the man though. Synopsy on the backstab, but it is all about Flatru here. 15 seconds. Spirit have run this timer down so low so many times, and actually Flatru isn't even a concern. Senna and Rigon. Senna especially with his 3K. Will be trying to look up into the bomb site, seeing nothing behind the orange boxes. The footsteps will be heard here. There's a nade coming into the bottom of it. Incendiary to send them off kilter. They're going to go 38 seconds. BNE face against Spirit, who choose to act. Molly sent to the back of quad. Senna still gets 2. GXX with his AWP pick on Magix. And Spirit are just knocked down and out. Artfrost and Chopper. Low HP on Chopper. And they're opting the save call because Spirit at the very last hurdle.
It's just a ridiculous read. And it feels so simple there for BNE because they had the double play towards mid. Nothing's been seen. Nothing's out there towards mid. They're not here. Synopsy getting out towards headshot. HE could be very close, at least for damage onto 1.
Zontix evades as much as he can. It catches Magix as well. A follow-up HE Incendiary as well. Flash is sent as the teams will try and act off the back of it. Bad news, Eagles have Rigon in the corner, and somehow they don't get the kill. Him and Flatru can take it back to a 3-on-3. The site's been gained as Chopper looks for the man advantage. He's on 1 point of health and dead to the hands of Senna. Donk back in. GXX brings it into a clutch. Zontix versus USP, and it's Zontix that wins the fight to grab the AWP. Flashed off, blinded. Switching out his silencer, holding his nervous. Chopper will try and make a move in towards mid where GXX is watching and waiting for him. Time beginning to run short as tags are heard on Spirit. Donk has gone down. Low HP for Zontix and Artfrost still. Chopper is yet to make a move. Spirit trying to wrap the pressure up on BNE, but they've been unsuccessful in doing that time after time on T side. Rigon and Flatro take down Zontix, find themselves Artfrost. It's a good thing that GXX can still frag with the AWP in his hands. Second top fragger of Bad News Eagles. Donk can trade back on Rigon though, so there's a responsive in for Spirit. Gap in that smoke for Synopsy to get Chopper though, so advantage stays with the Eagles.
Oh, he doesn't get traded by the AWP. Donk did not quite have the positional advantage to be able to get that refrag. Now there's a slight move forward out to mid on a timing. Magix and Zontix need to deal with Synopsy.
Engagement, Magix down, spray back on Zontix, he goes falling the same, and it's Donk alone. Can get that 1 pick back, can recover the bomb. AK in his hands, 30 seconds to try and win out the plant or the round itself. Flash is being sent this direction. And HE's down against him as well, he's running out of time. And the more he does so, the more he's going to have to panic and make a move. He's made some noise. A footstep, a rogue one. Flatru can use it against him. Advantage BNE, you know. Nades back onto him. Zontix with the opening 2. Senna and Flatru trying to make moves. Synopsy can take him right back and keep the training game trying to go the way of the CT side. It's advantage for Spirit for the time being, but only by a margin of 1.
A very similar round from the last. GXX gets a kill. I think through the tops it could have been out there at the ramp.
Backups rotating to the back lines of the site with a backstab also inbound from Synopsy, so GXX has a lot less pressure on him. The bomb plant has been tapped once, could get denied, but no, Synopsy and Chopper go back and forth with the trades. The plant's got to come down here.
Synopsy's coming in quick, and Rigon's peeking on the contact. Synopsy can't quite engage into the fight straight away.
Know exactly where he is there with that flashbang being sent. Up ahead, a follow-up flash in as well. AK is tapping, trying to force Spirit to make a mistake. It's not happening though. Molotov's on. The fuse held, tapped once at the very least. They're going to counter swing back in from ramp. The spray is good for the first, not for the second. Artfrost is there to close up for Spirit.
Artfrost, we know how consistent he was with that AWP on the CT side. This is his chance to get a pick, and indeed it is.
4 on 4. And we're working our way up ramp for the time being. Artfrost is going to hold out that alley entrance, aware of anyone that might make their move. Look at Chopper as well in the midst of the smoke. It will start to clear. He'll get a pick. Will he get any more? No, he backs off smart. They've got the advantage. The AWP still posted and ready to receive, but overcooks the flick. Magic has got to maintain control as Chopper has his attention turned into the alley position. He's going to swing further forward and extend to try to set up the backstab. 2 players to find. Damage done. Both go down. And Chopper again, just like in the late stage of Ancients. Upset for Artfrost. Sees so many players around that corner, at least 2 of them known. Spray on Zontic, stealing some damage. Chopper got to finish off the kill, drop the bomb in the open as Baka rotates Magix and GXX to a 3-on-2. They trade. The AWP of Artfrost now in, and the AWP of GXX to clutch it. It seems like it's finally over. The wings of the Eagles have been clipped. It's bad news for the Kosovonians. And it's 19-17 for Team Spirit at long last. The grind back from the lost opening map into overtime on 2 separate ones after the fact. They finally find themselves in the grand finals of the Rest Eastern European Masters.
7